G'day team, welcome back to the Aussie Outdoor Blokes. Harry here. Before we start today, look, I'd like to give a bit of a shout out to Richard down at Active Merchandise at the markets at Haymarket. He's thrown us this hat. I get a lot of outdoor gear from Richard. Okay, he has everything from fishing gear right through to scopes and also torches and that. There'll be a link down below, okay, to Richard, and also check him out on Facebook, Active Merchandise. Now, today we're actually looking at putting up a tent. We're going to go through 5 tips that are going to assist you in putting up a tent and hopefully make it a bit easier and turn it from a 10-man job that I've seen happen at campsites to a 1-man job. So let's get into it. Have a look at the gear. Righto, tip number 1 is clear the area that you're going to put your tent. Right, of sticks, rocks and things like that. There's a reason for this. One, it won't wreck your tent if you move them, of course, okay, because sticks and that'll go through. But also, you're going to get a good night's sleep without sleeping on rocks and stuff like that. Tip number 2, source some sturdy pegs. Now, there's nothing worse than trying to peg your tent down with the flimsy ones that you get with your tent. In Australia, the ground is super hard in a lot of places, especially through the centre of Australia when you're camping there. Now also make sure you get spares. Don't just get 4 pegs. If you can get 8 or 12 pegs to be able to secure your tent in the wind and things like that, it makes life a lot easier and you're camping a lot more comfortable. Tip number 3. When you're setting your tent up, what you want to do is have it on a nice flat even surface. Spread it out. Okay, and obviously it's not always are you going to get a flat surface. There's a bit of a rise. Make sure your head is at the top of that rise so that the blood runs down your feet, not the other way around. Tip number 4, and that's peg your tent down before you put the poles up. I don't know how many times I've seen it in a campground or out and about where someone's trying to put up a tent and they try and put the poles up before they peg it down and it moves all over the place, or even funnier, the wind gets hold of it and it turns into a big parachute. If you just use 4 pegs, peg it down. Don't have to peg it down fully, just enough to stop it moving around. It's going to make this such an easy job. Righto team. Tip number 5, and this is one of the most important ones when you're out camping, is zip your tent up. I don't know how many times I've been out again and seen people leave their tents open. Why is this so important? We live in a country that has some of the most dangerous animals, whether they be snakes, spiders, goannas, right through to bandicoots and koala bears. And they can be dangerous too, don't kid yourself. So again, if we do this, we keep ourselves safe, all right? And the creepy crawlies can't get into our tent while we're out and about discovering and hiking about. Look, thanks for watching. Okay, just a quick recap of the 5 tips. Clear the ground, sturdy pegs and extra pegs. Make sure your head's elevated if you're on a bit of a slope. Peg the tent down when you're wanting to put the poles up, and make sure you zip the tent up when you're going away from it so the creepy crawlies don't jump in there with you. Once again, thanks for watching this team. Hit the subscribe down the bottom and we'll see you again on the Aussie Outdoor Blokes. See you later.